How do you tell the difference between the egotist and someone who just really knows what they're talking about? This is a really necessary distinction to make because an egotist is going to throw everything you say right back at you. I'm not the problem, you're the problem. So it's really important to know what makes an egotist and what makes, someone who just really knows their perspective and has considered all the sides and is just really firm on what they know. There were many comments like this comment on one of my recent posts where I was responding to a parent who explained that her child had a perfect upbringing, met somebody awful at college, and ended up having all these negative experiences in their life and are no longer on speaking terms with them. Lots of people said this, okay? And it's clear why, because the language sounds identical. So I'm going to explain to you why I responded to this parent as if they were a caring parent. Based on subtle nuances. So the first thing that they say is, my child had a perfect childhood, but they back this up by saying, that's out of his mouth. That was something that he said to me. Now, at first glance, this doesn't hold much weight when you're used to dealing with somebody who will, fib and twist things to control the narrative. But egotists really hold their own perspectives above everybody else's. They don't hold a lot of store in other people's perspectives. They rarely will use someone else's perspective to back up their narrative control unless that person's perspective is going to be especially convincing in this scenario. So us not knowing him, it's not especially convincing. But what this does, when she stops kind of mid-sentence explaining her situation, my child had a perfect childhood. From my perspective, there's a subtle questioning. My child had a perfect childhood. Wait, did he? Yeah, no, he said that he did. That kind of self-reflection does not happen in the egotist. The second thing, yes, she calls the new partner awful, but she doesn't actually go to the lengths to convince all of us that this woman really is all bad. The third thing that she does is she actually focuses on a lot of the different changes in her son, a lot of the character traits that have changed in him and the struggles that he's having now, not how hard he's made things for her. She's speaking mostly about her son, and that comes from a place that it shows that there's concern there, that her main focus is on her son. The last thing she says in the comment is, this is heartbreaking, right? She doesn't say, he's breaking my heart, me, I'm a victim. It's really indicative that she's at a loss. She's actually seeking insight because she wants to find a solution. She's not trying to control this narrative and make herself the center of it.